with nearly 13% of the workforce still unemployed or underemployed. Many workers are doing anything to stay marketable, even if it means taking a free or low-paid internship. Let's learn about this from Dusty Staub, who is a workplace expert for 1320 WILS and Fox News Radio. Dusty, how are you?
I'm doing well, Tony. How about yourself?
I'm doing very well, too. Wow, this is an interesting story that folks are doing whatever they can, including internships, to see if they can make themselves more marketable. Many of these folks who've been in the workforce for some time.
There are people who are still working today who are looking at the fact that their industry is shrinking. They see that their career is not very secure, and they're in their mid-50s, maybe even approaching their late 50s, early 60s. And they're going, I know friends who have not gotten a job in the past year and a half, 2 years, been unemployed. I know somebody who was making $40 an hour, who's making $10, $12 an hour now, and working 2 jobs, part-time, trying to support their family. I don't feel so. And so what they're doing is they're looking out there and saying, okay, where's the future? Where are we going in technology or in the services industry, especially healthcare? And they're saying, well, I don't have skills here, but if I can get an internship, if I can just get a foot in the door and I can get to know more about how to do this and they get to know me, I might be able to get a job and continue to work to support my family. So I think that's a big piece of it.
It's interesting. There's even a term for this. Goldman Sachs calls it returnship. When these companies are looking for interns, do they give these workers the same opportunities that they do kids coming fresh out of college?
Actually, it can work 2 ways. One, with the kids coming out of college, they're fresh, they're technologically savvy, they're eager, they're untried, but they're also very demanding. Whereas when you do a returnship, which is a really clever term for mid-career internship, you get people who have proven themselves. They've proven that they are sustainable, that they work hard, they're willing to do what it takes, they can be patient, and they show certain skill sets like management, understanding, working with other teams. So in a returnship, somebody could actually be more valuable, and you say for the next 10, 15 years, I can get great work from this person who's a proven entity, or I can gamble on. And what a lot of companies are doing is they're bringing internships and returnships and letting them sort of compete and seeing, who rises and who falls.
All right. If folks are looking to gain one of these returnships, there's some tips I know that you have for them.
If you're going to go into a returnship, the first is to show that you're eager. You're eager to learn. Second, you need to be able to show that you've got some proven experience. So I'd say, what is it that the organization would get if they brought you in for a returnship, if they were to bring you in to do any work with them? So think about the benefit to the employer. What is the line of work? What are the things you've done in the past, the skill set you can bring? Really highlight the fact that you can learn, that you're mentally flexible, how you've changed in the career you've been in, and some of the successes that you've had and how you can apply that to this new job. And I think that is going to give you a leg up.
And folks need to be somewhat selective, right?
Yes. I'd be selective. I would research. I'd go on the web and look at social media because more and more companies are using that. Look at the social media comments, their Facebook page. Are there any Twitters coming from that organization? What does their website say? And do research. Go to school on them so you know what is interesting. And I think one of the best things to do when you are going after anything, whether it's an internship, returnship, going for a job, is interview the other person and ask really smart questions. One of the ways you build your competency, Tony, you know this from interviewing people, if you ask a really good question, people think you're smart. And as you listen to them and comment on what they have to say and build on it, you do get smarter because you're connecting with that person.
And finally, even if you don't get a job, it can still be a positive experience, and you could gain some advantages. What are those?
If you go and interview for a returnship or you're doing that, even if you don't get it, what you get is the experience of applying again and thinking about how you sell yourself, your brand, your self-brand. What is your brand? And how do you talk to people about the value you bring? You can bring that back to your employer. You may be able to create another position or have your employer take another look at you because you're coming back with the idea of showing the value you bring and not just doing your job. the way you've done it for the past 10 years. So I think it sharpens your thinking, you get a sense of what people are looking for, and just makes you more attractive.
Dusty Staub, workplace expert for 1320 WILS and Fox News Radio. Dusty, thanks so much.
My pleasure, Tony.